So let me talk to you a little bit about the Anxiety Institute's intensive outpatient program. This is a 4-hour-a-day, 5-day-a-week program. That's the intensive part of the program. Every day, clients engage in individual therapy with their primary therapist, exposure coaching with their exposure coach, wellness, and group. So let me take you through a little bit about each of those. With their individual therapist, the individual therapist really facilitates the entire case, works with the parents, works with the client, works with any collateral contacts, psychiatrists, schools, educational consultants, and they do the individual therapy piece every day, as well as some family work every week. With behavioral coaching, we take an exposure approach to the work. So just to tell you a little bit about exposure work, when someone gets anxious, you say, that makes me anxious over there. I'm going to avoid that. That is a absolutely natural human emotion. What happens with people with anxiety disorders is that makes you anxious, so I avoid that. That makes me anxious, that makes me anxious. And before you know it, you're really in a space where you're avoiding so much that your world has gotten smaller and smaller. So what we do, and exposure work does, is really flip that. And we say, okay, your brain, you believe that all of these different experiences are fear. They're associated with fear in your mind. And so what we do is we try to help you lean back into those experiences. We try to help you, in your mind, start to disconnect the experiences from the fear, and that happens through exposure work. So we do an hour of that every day. We do wellness, we do art therapy, music therapy, yoga, and as well as CrossFit and cardio. We take a mind-body approach to the work, so anyone that's ever experienced any anxiety knows that anxiety is not just a cognitive or psychological process. We feel anxiety in our bodies. That's part of our autonomic nervous system. We have a sympathetic part of our nervous system, that's that fight or flight, and we have a parasympathetic part of our nervous system. That's our rest and digest. And what we try to do, clients that come to us, that sympathetic nervous system is way ramped up. And what we try to do is help them get into balance and learn how to elicit the parasympathetic. So that's what we do a lot in our wellness. And then we have group. So one of the most important things about working with this age group, and we work with only adolescents and young adults, so figure 13 to around 25. That's our sweet spot. We really are able to focus in. With that age group particularly, peer feedback, peer support, peer connections is incredibly important, and so we do an hour a day of group work as well. We also focus on family work, because I would say roughly maybe 95% of our clients live with family, and we know that although they're here for 4 hours a day, they're also with family, and family are a really important part of the recovery process. So we work with parents. Parents work with the individual therapist once a week with the client. And then we also do, at the end of the first week, we do a parent orientation where we really take parents through our entire model and help parents understand how we conceptualize anxiety and the work around anxiety, and then their role in that. And then once they've done the parent orientation, they actually are invited to join our Parent Collaborative, which is a weekly Wednesday night, and it's virtual to allow parents to attend, virtual from 7 to 8. And there's a curriculum there, and we take you through the neurobiology of anxiety and how we understand it, and again, parents' role in it.